Greetings and welcome everyone to my first impressions of RefleX. Now, you may be wondering, what are you doing on your Steam client? Well, the reason is I've got a brand new little recording tool and that allows me to record my desktop. And now you may be wondering, okay, why are you on your Steam client? And well, the reason why is that the options menu is in a different window to the normal game and all that. So normally I wouldn't be able to record this options menu, but now I can. So for all of you people who comment saying like, oh, skip the options menu, get to the fucking game, I hate you, stuff like that, well, sucks to be you, because now I've got even more ways to record option screens and I'm just gonna spend even more time on them. Isn't that wonderful? Anyway, in terms of options, what we've got is screen resolution, which is actually pretty bad. There's not really that many at all. 640 by 480, 800 by 600, 1024 by 768, and 1280 by 960. Quake has more screen resolution options than this game. That's embarrassing. Color depth, 32-bit and 16-bit. If I didn't know better, I'd say this game was released in around 1999, something like that. Key is signed. We've got actually really limited options here. I'm a bit surprised you don't have access to the entire keyboard. I'm not going to list out all the options, but you can reassign them, but not really much at all. The game also supports controllers and all that stuff. I think X input and direct input. I've only tried X input though, so I can only confirm that it works with X input. So don't know about direct input, but that might work. Alright, so now that we're in the game, let's take a look at the configuration again. I'm not actually going to go in depth on the actual configuration in the game, but I just find it funny that it says shot button. I don't know, I find that funny since it should be like the shoot button. Instead it says shot button, and past tense, like, oh, you've already shot them. So, I just find that goofy. Anyway, here's something that's really annoying. You can't use the keyboard for typing in your name. You gotta manually select it. What's the point in having a keyboard if you're not gonna let me use it? That's just a bit ridiculous, really. Anyway, I guess I'll put my name in, or not my name, just any old person's name. Let's go with Alec. Sure thing. Alright, now we're in the game. Okay, so this is a sort of, well, not sort of, it is a shooter. It is a very normal shooter. There's no sort of special gimmick. You just shoot stuff and you try not to get shot. That's really all there is to it. And it is pretty good. It's pretty good. One of the main things that I like about this game is just how it feels. Like, all these sound effects work brilliantly. If you watch my Denmarku 2 Unlimited, or Denmarku Unlimited 2 first impressions, you'll know one of my biggest critiques of that game were the sound effects were a bit rubbish. In this game, oh man, the sound effects are brilliant. They sound perfect. When you shoot stuff, it sounds like you're actually hitting stuff, and it just works brilliantly. Now, in terms of gameplay, what you want to do is you want to shoot your enemies by pressing the A button. You want to use your shield to avoid enemy projectiles or just, strafe around from them. Your hitbox is, pretty small since there are a ton of things flying at you, but you will get hit, so it's a good thing to use your shield. Yeah, so that's basically what I found out to be the best course of action. Jeez, that's a lot of stuff. Yeah, also your shield does have like a little charge cooldown if you use it, so make sure you don't overuse it, because otherwise you will get caught with your pants in the ground, and that's no good. Alright, oh, yeah, gotta watch out here. I am not too good at these shooter games, if it wasn't already obvious. I mean, I am a very casual shooter player because, well, I mean, I've got a landscape monitor. I mean, if you are really into, like, shooters like this, then you've got to have a, portrait style monitor or whatever they're called. My monitor is basically forever going to be a, landscape one, unfortunately, so I don't think I'll ever really get into these games enough to get into them, whatever. But as a sort of casual player, I really do enjoy this game. It's got a very fun arcadey vibe to it, and the sprites in this game are just gorgeous, just gorgeous. The sprite work is astoundingly detailed. It's like it's got no gimmicks or anything like that. It just looks really, really good, and I love that. Right, type in a new name. What should my name be? AAA, the legendary arcade player we all know. I don't know who this AAA guy is, but you know, I see him in all the arcades, so he must be pretty good. Anyway, let's just start this again. Yeah, this game has some really high production values in general. Like, the sprite work is great, the music's great, the sounds are great. It's all really good. It's really good. Like, it's just everything that the game wants to try and do. I feel like it accomplishes. Like, it wants to have you shoot a bunch of things, and it makes shooting a bunch of things feel pretty damn fun. And so you want to shoot those things, and yeah, it just works. The game seems to really achieve what it wants to do, and I quite like that. I definitely would recommend this game. If I had like a store or something like that where you could buy games from me, I would put this on my store because it's a good game. I know I'm not the most critical, not the best people to go to for recommendations of shooters, since I'm a newbie and all that, but oh man, if it can make a noob like me, like, if a noob like me can tell how good this game is, and just, basically you should buy this if you want to shoot a game or something like that. It is just great. I think I took him down. Look at that. Cool. Anyway, yeah, it's really good. I've not really gotten that far. I doubt I'll ever finish these since I'm rubbish at them. And if I do finish it, it'll be by using like 1,000,007 continues. So yeah, but I can definitely see myself racking up a lot of playtime on this game. You know, I can see myself just like casually playing this, like, you know, taking the laptop out and doing random stuff. Like, if I'm never bored, whip the laptop out, play a little bit of RefleX, and then be on my merry way. Because it is like an arcadey sort of game, so it is perfect for those sorts of moments where you're like, don't really have anything to do, want to play something casual that doesn't require a lot of focus. Oh, I know, I'll play some RefleX. Well, actually, this does require a lot of focus, but I mean, it doesn't require you to be, what am I trying to say? It doesn't require you to sort of just drop everything. Like, you can listen to music while playing this game. You can listen to a podcast or anything like that. So if you're like, I don't know, just casually waiting for something or just listening to something, I don't know. This could be a pretty good game in that regard. Because I don't know about you guys, but you know, every so often I just like to play games while I do other stuff, like listening to music or listening to podcasts. You know, I like to be doing something, and generally that thing that I like to do is play games. So yeah, so you're not going to be playing The Last of Us while playing a podcast. At least I bloody hope not, because that's disgraceful. So this is the sort of game I can see myself, you know, listening to a podcast, relaxing, playing, because it is a very fun game. It's also quite stressful. Not really, actually. I can imagine trying to go for a high scores and being like a second away from getting it, then yeah, maybe it can be a bit stressful, but aside from that, if you just want to chill and use continues and all that, then yeah, this would be a fun little game to just go nuts and play. Alright, yeah. I do apologize if I am repeating myself. It's hard to commentate a game like this live because you've got to focus on the game and also commentate. So it's a bit tricky to think of new subjects on the fly to discuss while also trying to not be rubbish at the game. But there we go. I think that's the end of the level. Oh, alright. You know, I'm gonna, you know, call it quits while I'm not too far behind and say thanks for sticking around, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it. If you would like to purchase this game, you can purchase it on Steam. There will be a link to it in the description below. And GG. Alright, yeah, right. End the video. Oh, actually, escape. That actually. Oh, yeah. There we go. Yeah, it closes the entire game, which is a bit annoying since I thought that'd be the pause button. But actually, if we go back to the options menu, we can see that that's not actually the case. Pause is enter. You don't actually have the option to make it escape, which is a bit annoying since escape to me is always, oh, that's pause. Then they changed it on me and they're like, oh no, that's exit the game. That's a bit frustrating, but whatever. Thanks for sticking around, everyone. Hope you enjoyed it. GG.